Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another series. Today we are playing Cookie Clicker, and this is going to be a new one. I don't know how long the series will last, but yeah. So we can see we got a cookie here, we got a cursor. I'm bad at intros, but anyway, let's just get started. I don't know how long the series will last. We'll see. Maybe this will be the only episode we do. Maybe this will last until we get all the achievements. I don't know. Let's get started. So it looks like our bakery name is Hungry Spaceships Bakery. Let me just change that to... There we go. Ethan's Bakery. And we got an achievement. Nice. Alright, so we're going to start by just clicking this cookie, and as you can see, another achievement, wake and bake. And once we get 15, we can get a cursor. Yep, more achievements. That's great. And that'll produce 0.1 cookies per second. That may seem useless, and you could be right, maybe not though. But yeah, so this is what the game consists of. Getting cookies and then spending those cookies in hopes of getting more cookies. I'm sure most people watching this video has probably seen Cookie Clicker and probably played it before. But yeah. Yeah. And it looks like there's also a Christmas event going on right now, even though it's after Christmas. But no biggie. So we can see we can buy some more cursors, so just buy a bunch of those. We can also see we got grandmas, a nice grandma to bake more cookies. So we're gonna want to get that. Since there's a Christmas event, we also have a festive hat. It unlocks something. I suppose we'll get it. And looks like we have this, reindeer baking grounds. Reindeer appear twice as frequently. Cost scales with Santa level. Alright, so it looks like here, of course, we have the upgrades. Now, this upgrade, such as this one, reinforced index finger, the mouse and cursors are twice as efficient. That basically just makes my mouse twice and the cursor twice as efficient. So if I were to buy that, we would have 1 cookie per second and 2 cookies per click. In the festive hat, you'll find a festive test tube and reindeer baking grounds. Okay, interesting. So as you can see, I'll just get that upgrade just to show you. So you can see it costs 100 cookies, and if we get it, we can see we're at 1 cookies per second and 2 cookies per click. So yeah. This is basically most of the gameplay. Right, what is this achievement? Bake 1 cookie per second. And we can also get a grandma, which those produce 1 cookie per second. That is, I think, useful, but that basically doubles our cookies per second. Oh my goodness, there's a reindeer. 120 cookies. Oh dear, pop 1 reindeer. We're getting a lot of achievements. Looks like we can also upgrade this festive test tube. And when we evolve this, it'll upgrade our Santa level, which it will unlock more upgrades, but it also will increase this cost right here of the reindeer baking grounds. So we will just save that. And while we're at it, we'll get more grandmas. That'll be useful. But yeah. You can get another one. Boom, that's another. And it looks like we also got this forwards towards grandma. Grandmas are twice as efficient. And we have carpal tunnel prevention cream. Interesting. The mouse and cursors are twice as efficient. And we can also see our stats right here in the stats tab. We can see some additional information. We got cookies in bank, cookies baked, this ascension, cookies baked all time. Run started 4 minutes and 45 seconds ago. Yep. We got our achievements here. There is a lot. Just look at this. But yeah. Oh, making some dough. Bake 1,000 cookies in 1 ascension. Nice. Alright, so we can see here. Yep. Alright. What is this? 100 heralds selflessly inspiring 100 heralds selflessly inspiring a boosting production for everyone, resulting in 100% more cookies per second. Benefit from the herald bonus, you will need a special upgrade you do not own yet. You will permanently unlock it later in the game. Okay. That is interesting. Looks like we also got some grandmas. We can see their names: Gusher, Helen, Gladys, and Cookie. One of them is just named Cookie. Alright, and I suppose we'll get the carpal tunnel and prevention cream. That is basically added 1 more cookie per second and 4 cookies per click. So yeah, we can see. So, and we also have this other upgrade here, a farm. And that can do us, doesn't tell us how much it gives us yet, but we will find out. Alright, we can get some more grandmas. Get another cursor. So at this point, this is just like basic upgrading and clicking and stuff. And it looks like we also got another achievement, Clicktastic, make 1,000 cookies from clicking. And we got another upgrade, the plastic mouse, 50,000 cookies. Clicking needs 1% of your CPS. So 1% would be nothing, pretty much, as of right now. But if I just get like another grandma, as you can see, 1% of 10 is 0.1. So if I were to get this, if I get this like right now, I would have 4.1 cookies per second, or per click, sorry, which isn't that helpful, but the thing is, the more cookies per second we have, the better that will be. So if this was like 1,000 cookies per second, we would, 10% of that would be 10 cookies per click. We would get an additional 10 cookies per click. Oh, there's another reindeer. Nice. And we also have this golden cookie, which you get an achievement for getting golden cookie. And we have a frenzy. Basically, we get a huge buff in cookie production, which means we can get a farm producing 56. Now that's not how much it actually produces. That's just part of the frenzy. But yeah, we can also get this. The grams are twice sufficient rolling pin. And as you see, my cookies per click is not upgraded at all. But this should help us. We can even get reindeer appear twice as frequently, cost scales with Santa level. So I suppose we'll get that. We'll get more farms. And that will be a lot of cookies. Nice. And looks like our next upgrade, or a building, these are called, is a mine. That's pretty expensive though, and I'm pretty sure this frenzy is about to run out. Looks like we got steel-plated rolling pins, grams are twice sufficient. So if we look at the, hold on, I'll just wait till this frenzy is over, then we'll do the math, because the frenzy sort of changes these values to a number that they aren't actually. So as you can see, 16 cookies per second. And if I buy this rolling pin, which makes grams twice as sufficient, the grandmas will be producing another 16 cookies per second. It basically just adds another 16 cookies per second. Now, if we take a look at the cost of a farm, buying 2 farms would be much better than buying the steel-plated rolling pins. First of all, it's cheaper, and they both give the same amount of cookies per second. So buying 2 farms would be cheaper. So I'll buy 2 farms. I didn't spend as much, but I got the same amount. So there is a bit of strategy involved with how you manage like buildings and stuff. How you manage what you spend, like choosing the right investments. It's not just click, click, click. You have to actually think and choose. We can get a mine. We'll see what that does. 47 cookies per second. I'm getting a lot of achievements. That seems like a lot. But yeah. And so as you can see, that's 8 cookies per second. This one's 47. So if we were to buy like, so 8 times 6 is 48, which is about how much a mine gives you. But if we do up the math, like if we take this number, and I guess you wouldn't multiply it by 6 because the cost increases. But I'm pretty sure buying a mine would be better than buying a farm. I'm pretty sure. I just kind of like do estimations. I don't like to be exact with my numbers, but yeah. Next up, we can get a steel-plated rolling pins. Grams are twice as efficient. Now, that'll just add another 16. But if we consider the cost of buying 2 farms, as you can see, even if we just double that cost, that's more than 5,000. So we will get these steel-plated rolling pins, and that'll boost it by a bit. We are at 129.4 cookies per second. So yeah, and that's basically this game. All right. So another upgrade we have are the cheap hose. Farms are twice as efficient. We have the fertilizer. Farms are twice as efficient. So if we bought both of these, farms would be sitting at 32 cookies per second for each farm. And that reindeer that came by also gave us enough cookies to buy another mine. But if we take a look at the prices, this is cheaper. The cheap hose are cheaper than a mine. It basically double our cookie production for farms. And since that would give us more than a mine, it's better to get the cheap hose. Alright, and there we go. That increases it to 177.4. So yeah. Now one thing if you're wondering one thing, it might be that how exactly are these upgrades appearing here? Like, how in the world did I get sugar gas, which makes mines that are twice sufficient? But first upgrades like the fertilizer and basically the stuff that makes the buildings more efficient. Normally what you do is you buy the buildings, and if you buy enough, like if I buy 10 cursors here, I have another upgrade for ambidextrous. The mouse and cursor is twice as efficient. So if I buy more buildings, the more upgrades I'll get for them. And we can afford this one. That will only add an additional 4, but it will make the mouse twice as efficient, so I'm going to do it. And look at that, we are down to 8 cookies per click. Now another upgrade like the plastic mouse, I got this upgrade was made available when I made 1,000 cookies from clicking. As you can see, I made 3,000 cookies from, you can see handmade cookies, I made 3,000. And if you take a look, oh, another reindeer, 10,000 cookies, nice. And if we take a look right here, made 1,000 cookies from clicking. Not all of these achievements give upgrades like I think like some upgrades like bake 100 cookies. I don't actually know. I don't actually know a whole lot about what achievements give what upgrades, but yeah. So I suppose we'll buy a couple more mines. Well done. Can we get one more? I'll click a bit. So yeah, that's another mine. But as you can see, we can also buy 10 of stuff. So you can see here we can buy multipliers. So if we wanted to buy like 10 cursors, we could just click this 10 button and we can buy them. And you can also sell buildings as well, but I'm probably not going to be doing that. But yeah. So I suppose we'll get some farms since these seem pretty valuable at the moment. We'll get a couple of those. We'll get like one more. There we go. And then we'll get... And then as you can see, grandmas produce 4 cookies per second. Oh, another golden cookie. That one just gave us 608 cookies. That's like less than double of our cookies per second. That was terrible. But buying a grandma, as you can see, buying 4 grandmas would be much better. Buying 4 grandmas would be much better than buying a farm, because buying 4 grandmas would be cheaper. And farms, and they provide the same amount. 4 grandmas gives you the same amount as 1 farm. So we're gonna buy 4 grandmas, 1, 2, 3, 4. That did cost less. We only spent like about 2,000, actually less than 2,000. And yeah, but yeah. I suppose we'll get another mine. Usually when the most expensive thing is available, I'll usually buy it. We also got factories here. We don't have one yet, but they're available to buy if we just have the cookies. But like I said before, if we want to get more of these upgrades up here, we are going to need more of these buildings. Things like fertilizer and sugar gas. So let's get to work. I'll start by buying 10 cursors. That will only give us 8 cookies per second. But when we do that, we get 20. We have 20 cursors, and that did not add a lot, but we'll buy 25. We got this upgrade, 1,000 fingers. And this upgrade's a bit interesting. The mouse and cursors gain plus 0.1% for each non-cursor building owned. So we can see we have 5 mines, 9 farms, and 12 grandmas. So if I do the numbers here, we should have 26, and 26 times 0.1 would give us 2.1 cookies per second for every cursor. And that would actually add a lot. You know, we only have 0.8 going on for each cursor. So adding an additional 2.6 would really help out. But that's pretty expensive. So we'll just keep clicking. But as you can see, we are almost there to getting this plastic mouse upgrade because I've been talking so much. We can see here we're almost there. And our cookies per second should help us reach there. So let's just do that. And there, oh, another reindeer. There we go. That got us a lot. We can buy the plastic mouse. Clicking gains 1% of your CPS. Now, as you can see, right now it's at 8. And 4% of 447 will be 4.7. So it may not add a lot, but that actually is pretty good. Oh wait, no, sorry, not 4.7, 4.4. And I guess if you took that 7, it would be 4.5 cookies per click. So, and this 12.5 number that you're seeing, this will only increase the more stuff we get. So like if we get another mine, as you can see, that adds an additional 0.4 for that mine. So yeah. Now if you compare this cookies per click to our cookies per second, this does not seem like a lot, and you'd be right. But as you can see, there's actually a way to get more of these, and we'll just save that for future episodes if they ever happen, But don't worry, there are ways to increase it. There's also this 1,000 fingers upgrade, which, yeah, it's not just the cursors, it's the mouse and cursors. So adding an additional 2.7 it is now. That would not add a lot to our click, but it would add a lot to the cursors. And if it adds a lot to the cursors, that means that 1% of that value would also add to our cookies per click. I'm trying to explain everything here, but I'm having a hard time here. But yeah, and it looks like we also get another upgrade, fertilizer, which basically makes our farms twice as efficient. So that'll add an additional 144 cookies, which is pretty good. And if you take a look at the price of a farm, oh, another reindeer, that's a lot of cookies. And if we take a look at the price of a mine, we can see that, yeah, buying this fertilizer upgrade would definitely be much better. I'll get the fertilizer upgrade first before we get 1,000 fingers, but yeah. So we're gonna buy that. That boosted it by a lot. So that was pretty good. And look at the value of farms. We can see that farms produce 32 cookies per second. Mines produce 47, and which is its original cookies per second. So we can see that farms are just overall more powerful right now. So we're just gonna buy a ton of those. Worth it. Right. But buying out the farms also increased the value of the grandmas, so we'll buy a bunch of those as well. Buying the grandmas kind of increased the value of the cursors. Looks like we have another upgrade here. Farmer Grandmas. Grandmas are twice as efficient. Farms gain 1% CPS per every 1 grandma. So every farm, so each farm would gain, since we have 21 grandmas, that's 21% more cookies per second. And 21% of that would be, hold on, I'm trying to do the math. Be like about 1/5. I'll just do the math here real quick. About 7, about an additional 7 for each one. 7 times 18. I'm just gonna use the calculator. Another reindeer. 126. So that seems pretty good, but also means grandmas are twice efficient. So 126 plus 84. That's 210, which is pretty good. 1,000 fingers though, You know what, I'll just buy the cheapest one first, so we will buy the Farmer Grandmas. And would you look at that? We're now up to 1,000 cookies per second. That's a lot. If we take a look at the cookies baked all time, we are almost up to 500,000. That is, I'll call that a success. And I suppose we'll get 1,000 fingers. So we have about like 45. So 1% of that would be good for the cursors, or 10% of that would be good for the cursors. Not as much for our mouse. Let's see. Oh, that actually wasn't that bad. That was actually pretty good. And cursor is now 5.3 cookies per second, which makes them pretty valuable when you compare them with the grandma. So let's buy a bunch of those. But I think I bought too many. I just kind of spammed it. But yeah. So yeah. But this gameplay has been mostly just me clicking and making the right investments. And that's the problem with this series. I'm not sure if this series will be very interesting. I don't know. I don't know how far this will go on. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might have to do a time lapse in one of these episodes, but who knows. But I suppose we might as well make some goals or something. How many achievements do we have? 16. Not bad. And I guess right now we'll start with getting to a goal of 1 million cookies, and I think we'll be good. And I think I might end the episode there. So yeah, let's get started on our race to 1 million cookies. They just have to be how much we bake in total, not how much we make in the bank, how much we've saved up. But now we can get a factory. Let's see what this does. 260 cookies per second. That is a lot. So yeah, that gives us a production chain. Have 1 factory. That's another achievement. And yeah. So we're gonna make some more correct investments. So buying grandmas are very valuable now, thanks to the cost of cursors, at least I think. So we're just gonna buy a ton of grandmas. Builder, own 100 buildings. That's pretty good. And would you look at that? Cookies per second are 1,935. That's a lot. And when we get a mine or something, or if we get another farm, that's 2,000. And that's pretty good. Wow, we're almost there to 1 million cookies. That took quicker than I expected. But I can see the cost of the grandmas are making farms very valuable. And look at that, our cookies per click has increased. So I suppose we'll keep clicking, but farm. Well, I guess we'll buy a few farms or something. That'll be good. Almost there. We can do it. Just gotta do a bit more. Buy another mine. Yeah, these are gonna be all mine. Right. I guess the cost of our buildings that we bought made cursors pretty efficient. Looks like we also got another upgrade for getting 25 grandmas. So we got lubricated dentures. Grandmas are twice as efficient. And that'll add another 200, about another 300, so I suppose I'll do it. Oh, there's another reindeer. That gives us a lot of cookies. that'll be enough to produce another factory. Alright, we unlocked the achievement Fledgling Bakery, bake 1 million cookies in 1 ascension. And Speed Baking 1, get to 1 million cookies baked in 35 minutes. And that's a shadow achievement. And if we take a look at shadow achievements, these are feats that are either unfair or difficult to attain. They do not give milk, so that's pretty cool. We got 1 million cookies baked in 35 minutes. That's pretty cool. So, I think that's where I'll just end it off today. Getting to 1 million cookies, that was pretty fun. And we'll see if I make any more of these in the future. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Helps me out, and yeah, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.